Let's check in with the man we call our pop music encyclopedia. It's time for music news with Dylon. Dylon, are you there?
Yes, I am. How's it going?
Oh, we are doing good. All right, so Dylon, we got to start with the top 5 songs radio's playing this week according to MediaBase. What you got for us?
All right, the top 5 songs on pop radio this week. We are starting off with number 5, Demi Lovato, Cool for the Summer. Now, she slayed the performance. Did you guys catch it at the VMAs?
Loved it.
Cool for the
She was
Summer.
one of my favorite performances. She was one of the few acts that actually sang live, which pisses me off that MTV will even let you lip sync. It's so stupid. Mm-hmm.
Yes, now, this looks like it just might be her biggest hit since 2012's number 1, Give Your Heart a Break. You guys remember that one? It's a classic.
Oh, yeah.
It enters the top 5 this week just after 9 weeks on the chart. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
At number 4, we have Oh My with Cheerleader. The previous number 1 for this Jamaican singer. It falls 2 spots down at 4 this week.
All right, this is Cheerleader. This is Ami. Now, this is one of those songs that is such a summer song. It'll be a one-hit wonder, I think. Yeah. But it's just one of the songs you kind of just gravitate to because you're like, oh, this is different. I love this. And this is one that would, stay at number 1 for a while. What do you think?
Might have that curse of the summer one-hit wonder, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
what else you got?
Can we go to number 3?
Yes, you can.
At number 3, we have Selena Gomez, Good For You. Radio continues to show this song love.
Turkey's
bumping it up
favorite.
about 1,100 spins this week.
It's good. I mean, it's a great song. It just kind of bugs me somehow.
Once her voice isn't annoying for me.
Starting to grow on you yet?
Yeah, I mean, it did grow on me, but it still kind of bugs. Turkey, I'm telling you, it's like he sings this all day long.
I do.
Yeah.
All right. At number 2, we've got Major Lazer with Lean On. Narrowly missed the top spot this week by only about 250 spins. Next week, so it looks like we'll have a new number 1.
Oh, wow. This is really one of the best songs out right now. Oh, and 250 spins. Oh, I feel like we could have helped them a little bit on this show if we would have just spun it 250 times.
Yeah, you guys get monitored, right?
Well, we better. I hope so.
And, all right, so at number 1, The Weeknd, Can't Feel My Face. As you heard me predict last week, The Weeknd's first number 1 hangs on there for 1 more week to make it 4 consecutive number 1s in a row.
That's great.
So,
this is
that's the top 5 this week.
This is such a hit song. I love this song because this, again, I think people are getting reminded of Michael Jackson when they hear The Weeknd, and I think that's why everyone's fallen in love with him because literally, this is, I think, what Michael would sound like today if he came out with a song. Like, this would be his song.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. All right, so can we move on to VMAs and the charts? So the VMAs were this weekend, and as they do every year, several artists performed on the platform their new singles. So I thought we would check in with how they're doing on the charts after the VMAs.
Oh, yeah, because, VMAs, Grammys, all that, you perform. That's why you really want to perform at these award shows. You get bumped up in the charts the next week.
Oh, yeah.
Well, as, you're what? You're 25, Dylon? Are you 25?
I'm 23.
23, okay, even better. As someone that is 23 years old, what do you think of the VMAs? Do you care about them?
Oh, I care. It's like the most important night of the year for me. I stayed in. I said to my friends, I'm not going out tonight. You guys can come over. We'll have a VMA party. I'm not missing this.
But do your friends agree with you? Or, I just wonder if your generation cares as much as we did back in the day. It's just...
Well, some people do, some people don't, but I am definitely out there trying to make people care because I think they're awesome, personally.
All right. Well, let's start with Biebs. He performed his new song, What Do You Mean, which personally, not really into. Take a listen. Yeah, take a listen to this.
What do you mean?
positive reception in call-out scores so far.
They're saying that this might be his first number one in England.
Yeah, I saw that. His biggest hit over there was Boyfriend. It peaked at number 2.
Hey, did Kygo produce that song, or why is there such a strong Kygo influence on that?
Yeah, it does have that kind of tropical house. That's what it's kind of called. It's kind of like that. You know that song "Prayer and Sea"? It reminds me of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Totally. So, how about Bieber's?
What Do You Mean debuted on Top 40 at number 29 this week, and it also took the prize for most increased plays and most added. Now, there's 209 Top 40 stations that get monitored, and 120 added them this week, and that's pretty impressive.
Wow. So the VMAs definitely helped him. What did you think of his performance at the VMAs? Do you think it was heartfelt? Do you think he was fake crying at the end?
I saw his interview about it on Jimmy Fallon, and he was talking about how he was just really overwhelmed by the fans' reception and the support. I mean, maybe that's some canned stuff his, person told him to say, but maybe it's genuine. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, I think we have some clips from this. Let's listen to the first clip.
I was honestly, let me breathe for a second. I just wasn't expecting them to support me in the way they did. Last time I think I was at the VMAs, or last time I was at an award show, I was booed.
Yeah.
So
That's gotta be tough, buddy.
I think it's just like I've worked so hard at this album. I've worked so hard at just becoming the man I want to become, and then like stepping into situations, you just can't help but feel judged.
But here's my thing to Bieber. Those people that were standing up, loving your music, they were paid to be there. That was the mosh pit. So, I mean, you can't take that for...
They didn't have chairs.
Yeah, I mean, if you looked past the ones with chairs, I don't think they were standing at all. We're here with Dylon going over music news, and let's go to Macklemore. Now, also debuted his new single, Downtown, on the show. Let's take a quick listen to this.
Mom jeans on her derriere, throwing up the west side as we tear in the air. Stop by Pike Place, throwing fish to our brother. Downtown, downtown, downtown,
She has her arms around your waist. It's a balance that we can't say. Have you ever felt the woman grace?
All right, so I have to say, I've only heard this one time and they were performing it. I really like this song. Good from Macklemore. And then they had this guy, I don't know who it was, like Freddie Mercury. It was a little strange.
It was so bizarre.
I was like, this is weird. And then I kind of got into it. I'm like, all right. And it's kind of got that little Uptown Funk feel to it, which,
Yes.
of course, I love. So what are the critics saying, and where did it land in the top 40?
All right. Downtown was also performed, and then after the VMAs, into this week, it jumped in at number 31, so right behind Bieber there. Reception so far for this song has been a little bit mixed. Lots of people are saying it sounds like several different songs mashed together, and then people are also comparing it to Uptown Funk, just like you said. But radio has always shown a lot of love to Macklemore, so I really have no doubt this will at least go top 10.
Oh, yeah. Now, where's Macklemore's song currently on iTunes right now?
On iTunes, it has been hovering around the top 5. So, like, Justin Bieber's song has been at number 1, but it's been pretty steady, like 4, 5, 6, right around that area. So not too shabby.
All right, now let's get to the performance I thought was the breakout performance, because, I mean, I think I've heard Tori Kelly's name before, but I didn't know who she was. And the VMAs, I mean, she was great. Is one of the few singers that actually sang live, and she sang her butt off. The song is called Should Have Been Us. Let's take a listen.
Oh, it should have been us.
VMAs. Ended it just all a cappella.
So good.
So great. We had her on the New Music Listening Party, and we gave her 2 thumbs up. So we knew something then, and this definitely solidified my fanness of Tori Kelly. She's probably 19 years old. I mean, she's probably like really young. So now, why didn't the VMAs performance give this song a boost?
Well, this song, it dropped actually this week, so not all songs are positively affected by the VMAs. It peaked at 16 on the radio a couple weeks ago, and it dropped down about 1,000 spins this week. However, it's worth noting that once songs start dropping on radio, they very rarely get picked back up, and this song had already been decreasing in spins before the VMA performance. So it's not necessarily related.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of New Music Listening Party, every Tuesday we have our Dirty Pop New Music Listening Party where we sample the new tracks that drop that week. Now, let's see how some of our picks are doing. Now, back in May, we featured Adam Lambert's Ghost Town, which I loved. Here's a quick reminder of that song.
And now I know my heart is a ghost town. My heart is a ghost town.
Love this. Any kind of whistling. It's great. Now, it's been over 3 months later. How's it doing in the charts, Dylan?
Well, this song has been steadily and slowly going up on radio. It's almost top 20 right now. You gotta take into consideration Adam Lambert has been pretty much absent on the radio for the last 5 years. His last hit was, you guys remember that song, If I Had You, and that was back in 2010. And that peaked at like 16, I think. So radio is going to be a little more hesitant to embrace a new release from him, but it's been kind of creeping up there for a while now. Since you guys featured it a few months ago, and it's at number 22 this week, I believe.
Well, that's great. And, you know, as an artist, the best thing for one of your songs to do is just kind of keep creeping up and up and up. That's what Britney Spears did with Baby One More Time, and it stayed up there forever. It took forever for that to hit the top 20. So hopefully for Adam, this is going to be a major hit, I'd say, in like in a month or so. Yeah. Do you think we gave it the Dirty Pop bump?
Totally. Without a doubt.
All right, Dylan, clearly you're a pop music savant, so it's time to put that pop encyclopedia to the test with a game we're calling The Deep Dive with Dylan. Are you ready to play?
I am.
All right, Dylan. Which song spent 14 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 this year?
Was it Uptown Funk?
Yes, it was, Dylan. 14 weeks at number 1. Oh, my God. I mean, what does that feel like? That's amazing. All right. What 1995 song with Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men spent a record 16 weeks at number 1 on the charts?
That would have been, let me think, One Sweet Day.
Yes, it was. Drew Boo, give us a little bit of One Sweet Day. One Sweet Day. That was Drew Boo. All right, number 3. Like a Virgin was Madonna's first number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. What was her second?
Okay, her second, after Like a Virgin, let's see. Was it Material Girl?
No.
Crazy for You.
Yes, it was Crazy for You.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, Crazy for You. I love that.
I love when we can stump him because he does know a lot about the charts.
All right, 3 of Fergie's songs from her solo album, The Duchess, reached number 1. Can you name all 3?
I know it was Big Girls Don't Cry, and Fergalicious, and I guess the other one would have been Glamorous.
No, well, you had Glamorous and Big Girls Don't Cry, but Fergalicious did not go number 1. The other one did.
Okay, was it London Bridge?
Yes, indeed, it was London Bridge. Dylan, as a music savant, how come Fergie's latest album didn't do anything? She had 3 number 1s off her last album.
Okay, I will tell you exactly why. One of them is, it's sad, but it's her age. Radio is much more reluctant to play artists that are seen as, like, last generation. I mean, she was, even though she had hits with the Black Eyed Peas in between there, like, as a solo artist, it had been a while. And also, she's in her mid-30s now, so radio does discriminate, unfortunately, against artists that are older. And also, her song, I felt like it wasn't a top 10 hit. It was a great song, but it was more like a top 20, top 30 type of hit. That La 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 La. You guys remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
La 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 la. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by the way,
Like
Fergie's 40.
The hook
40 years
wasn't
old.
that catchy. Like, it didn't really get stuck in your head enough.
Yeah.
I agree.
True.
But it's true. I've noticed like all these like huge superstars that are having like coming back, they're not doing well. Like none of them.
Well, because our age people, we just don't buy, singles out there. I mean, we don't care. We like listening to it. We're not going to go buy it. Teenagers buy music. Teenagers always will buy music.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why you're always going to see, like, the VMAs we just saw. Like, who? Is that
Fetty Wap?
Who
Who the hell's Fetty Wap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. God, we sound so old. Well, we are
Fetty
those
Wap,
people.
Fetty Wap, he's the one who does trap queen, you guys.
That means nothing.
And that means nothing to me.
That means nothing.
I know he has one. I know he has one eye, but that's it.
He does have one eye. Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Dylon, it was good to hear your voice. Everyone follow Dylon on Twitter at Dylon Comedy and on Instagram at Real Dylon. And subscribe to his YouTube channel at youtube.com/Dylon Comedy. Dylon, we'll check in with you another day, my friend.
All right. You guys have a great rest of the show in New York.
We will.